we in whatever that we are doing, we ought to, grow. Is if you're stagnant, it's either you are not on the right track or you're not doing the right thing. So that is why I actually say, okay, let me bring Ejiro as our guests to come and share our knowledge with us, to impact us. So Ejiro, you are welcome. So Ejiro, can you briefly introduce yourself to us?
Okay, so my name is Ejiro Osakede. I am the lead at MixiFun Books. I'm also known as the energetic EJ because I bring energy and vigor into everything I do. Wow, so I'm here just to talk about my business, which is the MixiFun Books. And what we do is we are into the production and sales of audiobooks for African authors. This is the larger dream, but as the years goes by, we've been streamlining it and niching it so that we are able to help specific people. And so right now, our main focus is to help self-published authors, so people who are publishing their books themselves, to help them publish and launch their audiobooks. So that's what we're here for, so to help you launch audiobooks as an African author. And we know that over the years that we've been into this, it's been a bit of, people have been slow to the idea of audiobooks and all of that. But alas, 2020 came and is now glaring that everybody needs to have variation of their product. So you can't just rely on your hard copy or your print book. You have to have the e-copy, you have to have the audiobooks and all of that. So now it's glaring that this is a market on its own. And so now we're here to say, you know what, we can help you with the process to help you produce your audiobook and get it out there for the world to listen to.
Okay, Ejiro, thank you so much. And if I may ask, because a lot of people don't have idea of this, so how do you intend to make this go viral?
Well, we're on it. We're trying our best to put words out. It's one of our goals for this quarter to create more awareness, which is why we're doing a lot of this kind of being featured in such programs like this to help us spread the word, because we can't do it alone. So we need people who understand what we're doing or who buys into the idea of what we're doing to also help us spread the word. So even with word of mouth, with what we're putting online, this is why we've been trying as much as we can to be consistent with our online presence, to put words out there. But I am personally taking it like further to, since this is my brainchild, this is my baby child, I'm taking it further to put my face on the brand to say, this is what we do. So I'm like a preacher now, carrying the message to say, we need more audiobooks in the digital space. Audiobooks by African authors, by African narrators, right? So we need more of those in the audio space. So I'm doing my best. So this is going to be like it's a combination of everything. My presence, my online presence, some adverts here and there, featuring in programs like this and organizing programs. For example, I'm starting a 30 days challenge for authors starting tomorrow, also the month of September, to help them position themselves in front of the people who need them, right? So to teach some of the things that I've learned this season about sales and marketing, to help them activate it, to help them put it into action. It's not just about learning these things. It's about doing them. So the 30 days challenge is going to be holding them responsible, holding them accountable, telling them this is what you do on day one. Go online and do it. Do this, do this, do this. So that at the end of 30 days, these authors, we do not have a lot of sign-ups yet, but I'm hoping that even if it's one author who is going to go through these 30 days with all they've got, to put all they have in it and position themselves as authors of value, thereby attracting the sales that they desire, then we are able to have a proven work frame, right? Or framework, so to say. We'll have a proven framework that you can't write a book and sit down and expect it to sell. It's not possible.
Of course.
Even people, the big people, Michelle Obama, former Miss, like First Lady of the US, she wrote her book and she did not see that. She did not say because I'm First Lady or I was the first. She could afford to sit like without doing anything, and that book would sell like fire. But no, she did not sit down. She went on tour around different locations, talking about the book, selling the book.
Wow.
How much more? Yeah. So basically, so that's how, we're working on some of these things.
Okay, Ejiro, I've come to realize, because I want to take myself as a case study. When I actually started my talk show, it was actually on online, Anchor FM, YouTube, and all of that. So I heard some comment that some people don't really like online, that they prefer and tuning in as in the radio and listening to it. So that was what actually inspired me to like try to touch one or two radios so that it can also be heard both online and also on the air. So in this case, what will you say about those people who doesn't like online stuff?
Well, there are, of course, there are going to be people who will not warm up to being online and all of those things. But like you also know, when you say radio, when was the last time you listened to a radio station?
Yeah, you're correct. You're correct.
So the truth is, it's
Very,
just
very
you
well.
knowing.
But I think
So it's just you knowing your audience and where they are. But if for any reason you find out that your audience listen to radio, then you have to go on radio. But you also know that being on radio means you have money to pay for adverts. You have to buy the time. You have to buy the airtime.
exactly.
For sponsors.
Aside even having the money, the online make it more comfortable and easier. You understand? You can stay anywhere and do it. People will hear you. But when I received such comments, I was okay. It's like we still have people, not following us because they said, as the world is changing, you should also change alongside. There are some people that are not changing in this case, and they love what you are doing. So in this case, what would you do?
It's just keep doing what you're doing, because you can't stick with that same set of people, right?
Okay.
So it's like you can't stay with the same set of people. You have to look at the bigger picture, right? What percentage of these people that you're talking about, what's their percentage compared to the people who are online? So look at it. If more of your audience are offline, then maybe keep there. But if they're not, then it's like keep doing what you're doing, keep educating them to let them know that this is what it is now, so that they can come on board and join you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Ejiro. Ejiro, evolution time is all about finding solutions to people's challenges. It's not just impacting. Okay, I believe before you get to this level, you might have encountered so many challenges, and that is why we really want to learn from you. While you were growing your businesses, what were the challenges, and how were you able to overcome it?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. I like say yes, of course. In life is full of ups and downs. So there is nobody exempted from the challenges of life, and so I am not. So there are a couple of challenges that we faced, where some of them were still in the works to saying, okay, how can we deal with this better and things like that. For example, when we started, this idea of audiobook was not even there. Like people were not even buying the idea. So it was a lot of work for us to try
people
to
didn't understand.
Yes, even now we're still trying to sensitize, but now with the situation of things, a lot of people are warming up to the idea in Africa, right? So, but before now, what we've just done is keep sensitizing, keep saying it, keep trying to explain it. And what we've also done to solve that is do it so that they can see what it is, so that they can experience it and then make their choices. So now it's getting a little better for people to understand that, okay, this thing is actually valuable. Some have tested it, they tried and they see that, oh, I prefer audio actually. Some have like, oh, okay, I think this is making sense, right? So we've done the sensitization. Another challenge we have is just the fact that people are not buying as they should. But I think it still boils down to the fact that, okay, they don't really understand the value. So for example, even the authors are not doing enough to push their brands out there, probably because they don't even realize that they themselves, they are a brand, right? So they're not putting in the work required. And how we want to solve that, I'm starting right now with this challenge to open up, the authors to see that they themselves, they are a brand. You know, regardless of the kind of book that they are selling, they have an audience that they want to serve, and they should be able to know, articulate the audience that they are writing for, and to position themselves before those audience, right? So that the audience can now see the value that their books carry. So that's one way that we're trying to solve that, to sensitize our authors, to prepare them, to help them with the tools required for them to position themselves. And yeah, another challenge that I could say, yeah, I think those are the major ones. The other ones are probably operational challenges that we have, you know, like that every business have, not enough funding, not having the right, sometimes not having the right set of people to work with and things like that. Yeah, but that we are trying to solve by raising people who are volunteers, who love the idea of this, who buy into this concept. And if they are more interested, when we see how invested they are, we have a plan for them to be engrafted into the whole system. Yeah.
Okay, Ejiro, thank you so much, Ejiro. And if I may ask, how will you rate it, the audiobook and the normal paper author's book? How will you rate it? Is it the audiobook, it sells faster than the normal paper author's book?
There is no, it's not about which sells faster. It's not a competition between audio and print. It's just that there are different audiences for both types of media, right? There are people who prefer print, and there are people who prefer audio. So what we're doing is we're saying, do not leave any of them out of your audience. Do not leave them hanging. Yes, there are people in your audience who are auditory learners. Let them have something so that they can have access to your content. And there are people who love to read. Let them have something as their content. And there are people who love to have things on the go. Let them have an e-version of it. You're just saying that do not leave any stone unturned. Have a bit of everything so that you're able to reach more people with your content.
Okay, wow, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. So in your training, so do you sell it out? Is it free or something?
We have some free books, but we also have paid books. There are people who have written amazing books, and they've given it out for free. So what we do is we help those ones turn it into audio and put it up on our platform so that people can now experience. So they have something to point reference to say, oh, I've listened to an African audio book before and it's good, right? And also that also encourages the author to do more and then put it out for sale. So yes, we have some free, we have some paid.
Ejiro, I think I buy this idea of this audiobook of the thing. You're doing a great job because looking at it, honestly, it does not stress. It's a stress-free stuff. You understand? Because you can stay anywhere you are and market it online. But if you want to talk about the other way around, you need to go around, you need to, rant it, do a sort of thing for people to know that you have given out something out there. So I truly appreciate you sincerely. You are doing a great job. You are doing a great job. But before you leave, because we don't have much time again, so what advice will you give to people out there who are trying to be like you? Because whether you like it or not, you're a mentor. Yes, people are looking up to you. People are like, I want to be like Ejiro. This thing that she's doing, I love it. How do I achieve? How do I start? You can get my point. So what advice will you give to them? Those people looking up to you.
It's a pleasure and it's an honor. I feel honored that anybody will look up to me. What I would just say to you is, if you have a dream tugging at your heart, do not let it die, number one. Do not be afraid to explore it. Because there will be a lot of, naysaying. There will be a lot of no's. There will be a lot of, no, nobody has done it before in our family. Or, no, it's not done. Or, no, it's strange. Don't listen too much to what the outside world has to say. I mean, because that's dicey. Because
be focused
as well.
Be focused.
You need to get. You need to have the advice of people who have gone ahead of you. So maybe start from there. Get somebody who is ahead of, who is already doing what you want to do, and start to learn from them. Right? Get somebody who is and start to learn from them. But at the same time, believe so much in yourself. I believe there is a reason God gives us ideas. He knows that we have the capacity to bear ideas, and that's why He gave them
to handle it.
Yes, but oftentimes
Yes.
we don't find ourselves worthy, maybe because of some things that we've gone through in the past, because of some past experiences and things like that. We don't find ourselves worthy. Maybe somebody has told us something that made us feel less than who we are. So we don't think like we can handle it, right? So, but if we are able to just hold on to that dream, look for somebody who has done it before and start to learn from them, start to ask questions, start to watch what are they doing, you know, and all of that, then gives you references to the fact that this has been done before and it is successful. So that means I can do it. Then you begin to grow upon that and just believe in yourself, because for a very long time I didn't believe in myself. You know,
the right point. That is number one point. Believing in yourself.
Yeah. So
believing in yourself.
It stopped me from playing all out, from giving it my everything, because I was always second guessing myself, like, oh, am I good enough? Who's going to listen and all of that? But the moment I embrace myself, my whole being, my faults, my good parts, my bad part, my not so great parts, I know and I acknowledge everything. I'm aware of them. And I know that the ones that are not so great, I'm working on them. So I'm a work in progress. It gives me that liberty to say, I am not perfect, right? I'm a work in progress. But so far, I have learned this, and I know that this thing is true, this thing works, and I'm willing to share with other people. Yeah. So believe in yourself.
Wow.
Somebody who's already doing what you're doing, learn from them, and then take it from there.
Wow, Ejiro, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. God bless you. I have learned one or two things from you. You don't get it. Sincerely. Thank you for coming on the show. And I guess people have learned a lot. I guess so, and I believe so. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I truly appreciate you. So we have come to the end of the show, and I believe you share the video with us so that other people can also learn from there. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Thank you for your time. God bless you.
Okay. See you guys next time.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Bye.